What is a highly sensitive woman? Hello, my name is Nadine. I'm your empath and highly sensitive coach. Hi, Swans. How are you doing? And we're going to talk about what is a highly sensitive woman. Before I do that, make sure that you subscribe, watch, like the other videos that the coaches and myself have done for you. Also join Black Swan Relationship Academy, where we have products and courses for your journey and growth. Now, when you think of a highly sensitive woman, you may think it's a negative connotation because it has the word sensitive in it. Before I realized that I had the highly sensitive trait, people would say that I was too emotional, very sensitive, took things too personal. And all I realized that I was just processing information. And yeah, I was a little bit emotional about it, but I couldn't understand why it would take me so long to process information. Well, if you're kind of wondering the same thing for yourself, Swans, just remember, highly sensitive persons, there's other people that are in that same group. We have Albert Einstein, we have Martin Luther King, we have Glenn Close, we have Frida Kahlo, we have Princess Di, we also have Alanis Morissette, who's Canadian. So I have a little soft spot for her actually. But what exactly is a highly sensitive person? Now, if you ever notice, and again, as I mentioned before I didn't know that I was a highly sensitive woman, I would notice that crowds would affect me, or if I went to a party, I would make sure that I would be gravitating to the people that were the smallest crowd. Okay? But if there was like 2 or 3 people, I would always head to that direction, or I would like head to the kitchen. At first I thought I was heading to the kitchen because I was hungry and I wanted to get some of the appetizers, but I realized that I was heading to the kitchen because the kitchen, I felt some comfort being near the kitchen. I also realized that I wasn't a fan of crowds. If there was too big crowds, I didn't really want to go to any crowds. I noticed that I also wanted to kind of stay by myself sometimes, especially if I had like a rough day. I needed some time to kind of, reflect, think, have some me time. But highly sensitive person, the phrase was actually coined by a psychologist named Elaine Aron. And Elaine Aron describes a highly sensitive person as someone that has a very sensitive nervous system and is affected by stimuli. And that stimuli could be physical stimuli, crowds, noise, sights, or sounds. It also could be stimuli that thoughts or emotion, and you just feel an overwhelming sense. It just feels overwhelming, and it's like, it feels overpowering that you're affected by this. Now, in her book, Dr. Elaine Aron, and the book is called Highly Sensitive Person, she asked her clientele that's to kind of figure out if they were highly sensitive. She asked her clientele a few questions, and I'm going to ask you a few questions so that maybe you are a highly sensitive woman. So I'll ask you these questions, and then you can determine that you may fall into that category. The first question that I have for you is as follows. Do you feel very overwhelmed or anxious when you're in crowds or you're around a lot of people? That's the first one. Second one is, do you avoid pain, or you're not a fan of pain, or you're very pain and you are not friends? I know everyone has to feel pain, but you just don't like to feel any type of pain. I know for me that I can't deal with needles. I thought as I got older that if I got a needle, I'd be okay. But even to this day, I will close my eyes when I get that needle, and I will feel, I think it's like it's so painful, and it's just a little needle, but I'm still scared of it for some reason. I actually have to clench one of those balls and hold it very tight, and then I close my eyes because I just don't want to feel it. The next thing I want to ask is that, do you avoid conflict? Is it where you always feel like you have to avoid conflict? You just don't want to deal with it. And then there's times where if you've had a busy day, stressful day, you just need some time to collect your thoughts. Now, if you're saying yes to one or more, then you're probably a highly sensitive woman. And I just want to let you know that it's not a bad thing, and that this trait can be used as a positive thing. And as a highly sensitive woman myself, I'm here to help you navigate through this, especially when you're in a relationship. Being highly sensitive, it's like once you understand that trait, being in a relationship, dealing with different types of situations and relationships, I'm here to help you. So if you have any questions about being a highly sensitive woman, or just want things to ask or comments, please feel free to comment below. And I look forward to talking to you in the next video. Bye, my lovely swans.